I am gonna, for the first time, be doing an album reaction. And the album that I will be reacting to is Ozzy Osbourne's Ordinary Man, which is his latest, most recent solo album. But yeah, now to actually get into the album reaction. So once again, the name of this album is titled Ordinary Man. And first, let me talk about the album cover before I even start talking about the songs. Now, the album cover, like, I love it. It's great. He, like, took a great photo. I mean, he looks like he could be a supermodel. And it was just a good photo. It was just a good shot of him. He looks really well. And despite him actually having Parkinson's disease, to me, he looks actually really kind of young and just really healthy in this video. And I just think the album cover and the album art turned out really great. And now to actually get into the, like, song reactions. So track 1 is titled Straight to Hell. But that is honestly definitely very Ozzy Osbourne. So I'm not surprised, but if anybody knows me well enough, they will know that just the title alone, that just doesn't sit well with me. I did listen to the song and watch the video simultaneously twice, and that's about it. That's all I can do. I've had enough. And for that song in particular, I literally only did listen to the song and watch the video for observational purposes. And just looking and hearing and coming across a title like that, I knew that song really wasn't going to be for me. But I mean, he made it, and that's on him. And I wish he wouldn't have, but he did. There's nothing I can really do about it, but I don't have to like it. I have to listen to it, and it's not to throw any type of shade at Ozzy Osbourne, because I love this guy, but it's just obviously not my favorite, and that's about it. And for track 2, which is titled All My Life, I feel the complete opposite of what I feel about, track 1. This song, I absolutely love this song. And yesterday, I was actually watching the iHeartRadio interview that was done with Ozzy Osbourne, and the guy, I can't remember his name, but he was basically the moderator, and it was him and Ozzy Osbourne, and then David German, I believe I'm pronouncing his last name correctly, but if I'm not, I'm sorry, forgive me, but he is the lead singer of Disturbed. And so it was all 3 of them on stage. And when whoever the guy who was the moderator was asking Ozzy about this song, Ozzy was saying that this is a song about the insecurities that he has within himself. And I love it, and to a degree, and it's relatable. And the guy that was interviewing Ozzy, he said that he was actually surprised that Ozzy Osbourne, of all people, could have any type of insecurity at all. And I am not surprised that he was surprised, and I am actually not surprised that Ozzy Osbourne does have, any type of insecurity. Because to me, I just look at him as a person first, and then a, musician, or a famous person, or a rich person, or icon, or whatever. And people tend to put people like Ozzy Osbourne on this pedestal. And I definitely want to acknowledge the fact that Ozzy Osbourne, he's definitely great. And I think he is an icon, but for some reason, I just have a hard time calling people a legend, but not icon, even though it's basically the same thing and those words are interchangeable, so it's really weird. But yeah, in my eyes, Ozzy is an icon, but when I say it, and to the degree that I mean it, I think it's a little different, but he's great. He is an icon, and he's done a lot. He's accomplished a lot. He's put out a lot of great music. And he is great, but I don't see the need to put him on a pedestal because he is human just like everybody else. Life happens to him just like all of the rest of us, and we all have the same feelings and emotions, and we all bleed the same blood. So, but this album, he is basically saying goodbye. Like, that's basically what this whole album is about. Literally all the songs in one way or another, it's like he kind of is saying goodbye. And this song in particular, or just like the album in general, I don't think it is kind of dark, but I don't think it's all dark. I think in like some of the songs that he is kind of shedding that light, you know, on the darkness. But I mean, it is like he's saying goodbye. So yeah, that's basically really all I have to say. I don't really like this song as much. It's a song that I could live without, and that's really just the honest truth. So I'm sorry. And then for track 4, titled Ordinary Man, which is once again the album, you know, the album name. So I absolutely love this song as well. And this song and All My Life are my only 2 favorite songs off of this album. But Ozzy Osbourne, he is an ordinary man. He's also an extraordinary man. So to me, he is extraordinarily ordinary. But I think it's great and I love it. And like I was just saying, like, he's human just like everybody else. And I mean, that's it. That's the bottom line. And to me, like, to a degree, like, he is relatable and he's just a person. And I really kind of feel like and believe in my mind that he wants people to, kind of look at him a certain way, not just as a regular old ordinary man, because he's not, but at the same time to not put him on too high of a pedestal. I think he is kind of somewhere in the middle, but I look at him, like I was saying, as an extraordinarily ordinary man in a good way. And I like the message of this song, and I like the lyrics, and he did this with Elton John, and I think that is absolutely genius. And Elton John sounds good, Ozzy sounds good. It was a really great song, and they just did a great job. And I have the song on my phone, and it's amazing, and I love it, and that's it. And for the next song, track 5, Under the Graveyard. So for this song, I listened to this song and watched the video twice, and this is another song that I can live without, but I do appreciate and I do enjoy and actually like the message of this song. And in this song, and especially when you watch the video where you can like visually see what's going on, but he really talks about like his life and, you know, everything he's been through, or a lot of the things that he's been through with like drug and alcohol addiction, and, you know, like dealing with all these different type of women and fame, and just kind of like the not so good and the not so glamorous side of, you know, being famous. And in the video, someone is portraying him, but they did a really great job. And, you know, someone is portraying Sharon Osbourne, his wife, and she did a really great job too. And once again, it's a song that I can live without, but I appreciate the message, and it's really powerful, and I can tell that, you know, he really did it from his heart, mind, and soul, and I applaud him, and kudos to him. And for track 6, Eat Me, and I'm sorry, but I have to keep looking back and forth because I don't necessarily have like the whole track list and the order of it memorized, so I have to keep looking back and forth between here and my phone. But anyway, track 6 is titled Eat Me. Now this song is just weird, and This one is probably the weirdest song. I don't really know what he means or what he's talking about, and I'm trying to figure it out, but I still don't know. But it's kind of weird. Now, I do like the beginning of the song, like with the rhythm and kind of like the melodic feel to it. And I do like the rhythm throughout the entire song. And I don't think like whatever message he is trying to like say, you know, in this song is not like necessarily horrible, but I just don't get it in the first place. And it's something that it won't bother me if I don't ever hear it again. And for track 7, titled Today is the End. So this song is actually just like track 5, Under the Graveyard, and track 3, Goodbye. So he is basically saying goodbye once again, but I think in this song in particular, he is like speaking as if the day that he made the song, so to speak, was actually like literally his last day on Earth. So it's kind of depressing, kind of sad, actually, at least for me personally. I mean, not that bad. I've heard more depressing, more sad songs from other musicians and artists, but it's just really not a song for me. I'm just kind of too happy for a song like that. And then track 8, which is titled Scary Little Green Man. So I'm not gonna lie, I absolutely love the song title for this album, and I kind of sort of do like the song, but once again, it's not a song that like I like have to hear again or have to have on my phone, but I kind of do like the, you know, song. I'm not gonna lie. And Ozzy was talking about like this song also for the iHeart Radio interview that I was watching, and he was talking about, you know, his belief in aliens, and that is basically what this song is about. And I definitely believe, like him in general, that there is something else out there, like on other planets or, you know, far out in the galaxies or whatever. And I do believe that there is a possibility that there could be aliens, but I obviously don't know for sure, so I don't necessarily want to say yay or nay. I just believe that there is a possibility, and it's kind of interesting to think about, but I don't really like getting into, or I'm really not interested in like conspiracies and things of that nature. That's just really not me, but it was interesting. So yeah, that's really all I have to say about that one. And then for track 9, it is titled Holy for Tonight. I don't necessarily know what to say about this one. I kind of like this one as well, actually, and I like it better than, you know, some of the other songs, you know, on this album. But Holy for Tonight, because I made sure I read some of the lyrics on purpose right before I did this video. And in the second verse, he is talking about basically like what his last words may be and how it's going to feel and just things of that nature. And I find that very interesting. And I've thought about death before, and every once in a while I still actually do think about my own death, but I don't think about it often because I'm not afraid of dying. And once again, I'm just too happy for that. And I'm young too. I mean, I know, you know, anything could happen at any time, but I'm young too, and death is just not on my mind. And I just try to live my life each and every day. And I just don't feel or see the need to just think about that all the time, or most of the time, or a lot of the time. Even though I know it's going to happen and I'm not necessarily afraid of dying, it's more so how I'm going to die, because I just don't know, and I am definitely unsure about that. And I hope that when I do die, it's just of natural causes and old age. I honestly can't imagine, and I honestly don't want to think about or imagine any other way that I could possibly die, but Yeah, enough about that, because I don't really like talking about death. But yeah, I just thought that verse, like the stuff that he's talking about in that verse in particular, was interesting and what I can relate to myself the most. And for track 10, It's a Raid. Now, this song and track 1 are my least two favorite songs off of this album. And It's a Raid, it features Post Malone, and the song featuring Post Malone, and I call him Posty as his nickname, and Ozzy, it is basically like a story. It's a real life story, and it's basically where Ozzy talks about like him and Black Sabbath like recording an album, and for whatever reason, like Ozzy actually accidentally set off an alarm, and that made the police come to the house, and the house had drugs in it, and that's basically what the song is about. So I don't get it. I don't like it. I just don't get how anyone could glorify drugs. And once again, it's not to throw shade at Ozzy, but I just don't get it. I just don't agree with it. I just don't like it. The coolest thing about this song is that it has Post Malone in it and like the rhythm, but that's about it. Like, that's a song that I know I won't be listening to anymore. And then for the last track, I don't necessarily know what to say about this song, but I feel like it's kind of self-explanatory by itself, because once again, the song says take what you want, and then like some of the lyrics, it says, you know, take what you want from me, take what you need from me, and go. I believe I am saying that correctly. And I mean, I don't really know what to say about it, but for this album, it has its positives and negatives and ups and downs for me personally. And to rate it out of 10, and I really want to be nice because it's Ozzy Osbourne and I love Ozzy Osbourne, and I really want to rate it probably just a 6 or a 6.5, but I think I am just going to be like really super nice and rate it like at number 7, and number 7, oh, why not? So I just would give it a 7 out of 10, but I don't see the need or the reason, you know, for me personally to buy it. But once again, I have the song. You guys can let me know, you know, in the comments, you know, or whatever, if you've heard it, if you listened to it, you know, what's your favorite song, or, you know, what you guys think. And I'll catch you guys later. And first, do all that, make sure you tell other people about it, and just check me out, and, you know, just join the family, join the club, have a good time with me. And I'll catch you guys later, and peace.